Today, our program includes wine, castles, and the seaside. And we start our day with a guided tour of Château Pape Clément, which is undoubtedly one of the most renowned castles in the Bordeaux region, and the mere mention of its name tantalizes palates worldwide. The estate is now owned by Bernard Magret, nicknamed the man with 40 castles. Originally, it was named Domaine de la Motte, and the castle has been producing exceptional wines for 7 centuries on the same terroir. The sommelier guide begins our tour in the stunning gardens of the property. He tells us about the fascinating history of the castle, which we will visit later. But for now, we head towards the vineyards, where the principles of wine production are explained to us. Today, the estate employs traditional methods, including the use of animal traction for soil aeration, manual harvesting and sorting, and weed control in the vine rows using sheep, all while incorporating the latest technologies like drones and robots. Roses are planted at each end of the rows, acting as indicators of the vineyard's good health. The soil is a true blend of terroirs, allowing the cultivation of different grape varieties. At the heart of the magic of winemaking lie 2 iconic places, the fermenting room and the wine cellar, embodying the essence of the art of wine. They are the custodians of the secrets of a millennia-old tradition where every step of the winemaking process comes to life. This is where the wine adventure begins. It's where freshly harvested grapes find their first home. As the sun-drenched clusters arrive, the winemaking team springs into action. The grapes are meticulously sorted to retain only the best of the harvest. The fermenting room becomes a stage for fermentation, where the juice gradually transforms into wine, promising unique flavors. Here, you will find 28 tanks, each corresponding to different vineyard plots in terms of age and grape variety. The next stage unfolds in the wine cellar, which is the place where wine finds its residence to mature, grow, and gain complexity. This is where red wine embarks on its journey in oak barrels, acquiring subtle nuances of vanilla, wood, and spices. White wines may also benefit from oak aging, but often they are aged in tanks to preserve their freshness and fruitiness. The wine cellar is where the product can develop its character, aroma, and quality over time. Conditions such as temperature and humidity are carefully controlled to influence the aging process. Time spent in the wine cellar allows the wine to mature, develop complex aromas, and soften. And it's here that Château Pape Clément Rouge rests for 18 months. The wine cellar is the final stage before bottling. The wine reaches the desired maturity and is ready to be tasted and shared with the world. Barrels and tanks become the sanctuary of anticipation, where winemakers ensure that the wine can fully flourish before leaving its cocoon for the ultimate adventure, tasting. And this is how we conclude our guided tour, with the tasting of 3 wines, 1 white and 2 reds, including the Grand Cru Classé, which we savor with immense pleasure. After the tasting, the guide encourages us to take the time to explore the castle's gardens, glimpsed upon our arrival. addition to his passion for wine, Bernard Magret is a lover of art and cars. This is why you will find here a sculpture of a Rolls-Royce made of aluminium by the artist Stéphane Sivret. Just behind is a magnificent antique gazebo brought here by the current owner that saved it from demolition and restored it. The park consists of several gardens in which approximately 600 varieties of plants and trees grow, some of which are unique to the region. We take advantage of this garden tour to tell you the history of the castle. In 1299, the estate was acquired by Gaillard de Got, son of a renowned family from southern Bordeaux, at the request of his brother, Bertrand, who couldn't personally manage the property due to his religious responsibilities. The latter would become the Archbishop of Bordeaux and then Pope in 1305. He then took the name Pope Clément V. In 1306, just a few days before his brother's death, he inherited the Pessac estate, giving this name to the castle and its wine. He had a deep passion for vine cultivation and made a significant contribution to the development of viticulture in the region. In 1309, due to his papal duties, Pope Clément V donated the estate to the Archbishop of Bordeaux, which retained it until the French Revolution in 1789. In 1864, Jean-Baptiste Clerc acquired the castle and was responsible for its neo-Gothic style. Under his direction, the estate expanded and the wines received a ministerial medal at a wine competition, thus elevating the reputation of Château Pape Clément. In 1937, a violent hailstorm destroyed much of the estate, but in 1939, agronomist Paul Montagne purchased the castle and restored the vineyards and cellars. In 1959, the classification of Grand Cru Classé de Grave recognized the quality of the Grand Vin. However, in the 1970s, a lack of investment led to a decline in wine quality for about a decade. The 1980s marked a turning point with the arrival of Bernard Magret, a wine enthusiast who elevated the castle to international status and restored high-quality production. End of the tour, and we are off to our second castle of the day, the La Motte Bergeron Castle. For a long time considered one of the most important crus bourgeois of the 19th century, La Motte Bergeron Castle is a reference estate in Haut-Médoc. Its prestige is attributed to agronomist Jacques de Bergeron, former parliamentarian, who starting in 1796 conducted various experiments on vineyards. He is credited with a grafting method known as the Bergeron method, which was used in the Rhône Valley for a long time. As for the castle, it dates back to 1868. Between 1970 and 2010, La Motte Bergeron changed hands 3 times. The vineyard was restructured, the grape varieties rebalanced, and the cellars were renovated. The vineyards cover 67 hectares on a beautiful gravelly terroir. In 2015, after 18 months of work, the fully restored castle opened its door to wine tourism. A shop and reception areas were created. The unique tour circuit attracts 8,000 visitors each year. In 2019, CAPSA acquired the estate with great ambitions to further improve the wine, to be more environmentally demanding and to enrich the wine tourism experience. In addition to the guide explanations, the tour is enhanced with very pleasant immersive videos. In the fermenting room, a film is projected onto one of the vats, visually showing us what's happening inside. The animation is playful and stunning. Later on, we are also treated to a video projected on the glass wall of the cellars explaining the wine production processes. The guided tour is perfect and ends with a tasting of 3 wines, complemented by a fun game that tests our olfactory, visual and gustatory senses. The day comes to an end and we decide to head to the seaside, choosing Soulac-sur-Mer, a charming town located on the Atlantic coast of France. 7 kilometers of sandy beach, ocean. We couldn't ask for more to perfect our day. We head to the beach, where we can't resist the temptation to walk along the water's edge. We made our way to the beachside brewery for a drink, accompanied by music. There, we admire the sunset, which is particularly splendid this evening. It's almost time to leave, but we decide to stroll through the village streets, where many houses and buildings have a Belle Époque architectural style, adding a touch of retro charm to the city. See you soon for new discoveries.